In my opinion, the Federal Reserve has a great opportunity to enrich XRP holders. I will explain why I think it will happen and why XRP will rule the market globally that year. I believe XRP will dominate the cryptocurrency market and maybe become the most valuable cryptocurrency in the world, and there are a number of factors that influence my price predictions for this coin. I intend to address each of them. I should preface what follows by saying that the international economic landscape demands extraordinary measures. Following yet another very positive trading day, the S&P has finally broken through and is trading at a new all-time high. Since we may anticipate making a profit from all of this, I consider this to be mostly good news. The crypto market is clearly doing well, and gains will soon trickle down. Coincidentally, XRP is performing exceptionally well above 3, and Bitcoin is once again breaking records. Although this is encouraging news, the cryptocurrency markets have not yet witnessed such massive investment. Even though it has nothing to do with what I'm about to tell you, I do believe another huge rally is on the horizon. That is quite impressive. Additionally, it should be mentioned that the United States credit card debt has increased by $51 billion in the last year, reaching an astronomical $1.09 trillion. Here we can see, for instance, the exponential growth of the U.S. debt over the past 4 years. Wow, that's incredible. So, depending on your perspective, this might be seen as either beneficial or detrimental. The reality is that business people still have a lot of good things to say about the market's continued growth, the Federal Reserve, other cryptocurrencies, and much more besides. To kick things off, I was hoping to obtain a statement from Larry Fink, who has been rather vocal about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as of late. He oversees assets valued in the trillions of dollars as CEO of BlackRock. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general have his full support. I am going to play this video for you because it is somewhat bizarre. Fearing a decline in the value of your currency or concerns about the stability of the U.S. economy or government, I am a strong believer in the potential of Bitcoin, a global currency, to alleviate people's anxieties. If that's the case, and you realize it can be a solid hedge against things like equities or hope protection, the next question is whether you should allocate 2% or 5%. Should we have a percent allocation? Was the subject of discussion during my meeting with the Sovereign Wealth Fund this week. Wow, that's insane. Anyone who overheard the talk would know that it's the same as 5,700,000 bitcoins. The Federal Reserve and the United States government will soon begin having conversations similar to this one, so it's crucial that they begin now. A growing number of governments in the U.S. and elsewhere have begun to hold Bitcoin in their strategic reserve. In addition to what Larry mentioned, the fact that it is becoming increasingly popular in the digital era and that it could provide protection against inflation makes this a fantastic idea. Additionally, you need to include the United States Federal Reserve, which is sitting on trillions of dollars in assets. Each of the 50 states that make up the United States government and other significant global powers like Russia and China. It does mount up very fast, considering that every European country has additional trillions of dollars in strategic reserve asset pools. For this reason, I find Larry Fink's prediction that the price of a Bitcoin coin will range from $600 to $700 to be very fair. Bitcoin should definitely surge in value if all 50 states are engaging in such discussions. The relevance of this to XRP may be unclear to you. Hold on a second, because I have some information regarding the Federal Reserve to share with you. I have a remark from Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong that I think you'll find very interesting. He just stated that President Trump is quite enthusiastic about the idea of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Keep in mind that Brian Armstrong has recently met with Trump. Both before and after the election, you had the wonderful opportunity to meet with President. I didn't ask him specifically, but I get the impression he's enthusiastic about it. After all, he has his sights set on being the first Bitcoin. This is a fantastic plan for the United States. And I believe that Senate President Cynthia Lamas is the one drafting the legislation pertaining to a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Offers a wide variety of products, just with rare earth elements like palladium and gold oil. I believe the market is shifting to Bitcoin as a de facto standard for currency. Bitcoin reserves are an absolute necessity for any country that has gold reserves. I believe we nailed it, so Cynthia Lamas is the one to watch in the cryptocurrency industry and is currently spearheading several bills that will benefit the sector. With that said, the FedNow service and its functionality on the ISO were updated today. Everyone knows that the XRP HBAR network is also compatible with the ISO, which is a huge deal. I would want to share a quote with you, though. Prior to establishing their Ripple real-time payment method, several financial institutions asked that FedNow be established. If it slipped your mind, Ripple and the Federal Reserve's objectives are congruent by looking at all of their papers. As an example, the Federal Reserve created the FedNow service to facilitate the processing of routine bills in a more efficient and user-friendly manner in the years to come. The fact that many companies utilizing FedNow and Ripple are aware of the necessity of collaboration is nevertheless crucial, particularly in light of XRP's overarching objective. With XRP as their target, Ripple is more committed than ever to becoming the de facto standard for virtual currencies worldwide. All of their business associates are invited to read this challenge statement. Me about XRP and Ripple, they often bring up FedNow. Because of the similarities between the two concepts, I am attempting to make ISO compliance FedNow Ripple. As far as I can tell, the Federal Reserve is behind Ripple's primary objective, and it's no secret that all the institutions interested in partnering with Ripple share this view. The U.S. government and Ripple might form a significant alliance. The inauguration and presidency of Trump